they spoke outright in the office about lynching me simply because I'd put in a complaint, and it was suggested for me to be tar and feathered.
So the British Army is recruiting Caribbean people and African people. So let's look at the recruitment that they send out, application they send out. British Army recruitment 2024 application open for Commonwealth citizens. Here's all you need to know. Here they said Commonwealth. They're not saying colonies, because we are colonies. Jamaica is a colony of the British because we're not fully independent. We're semi-independent because we still have to answer to the king. Barbados, on the other hand, is fully autonomous, independent from the crown. They don't have no say over what happened in Barbados. So that's kudos to Barbados for being fully independent and having full autonomous. Unlike Jamaica, I don't know what we're waiting on since 1962, more than over 60 odd years now. We're independent. And we are independent and we're still not fully independent. While other people think we are, but we're not. Anyway, let's dive into what their recruitment pitches. For Commonwealth citizens aspiring to make a significant global impact, the opportunity to join one of the world's most esteemed military forces has arrived. The British Army has opened its doors for the 2024 recruitment, welcoming applicants from Commonwealth citizens. In this comprehensive guide, we will delve into the exciting prospect. Ex, sorry, we will dive into the exciting prospects, eligibility criteria, and the step-by-step applicant process for those interested in joining the British Army. Yeah. So let me tell you now which countries they are targeting and I have objection to this, and I'm gonna tell you why. But let me just read out some of the countries. I won't read all of them. I'm gonna put a picture there. You can see. I'll read most of them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Antigua and Bermuda, Australia, Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belize, Brunei. I don't know that one. Cameroon, Canada, Cyprus, Dominica, Fiji, Ghana, Grenada, Guyana, India, Jamaica, Kenya, Quebec, Malawi, Malaysia, Maldives, Malta, Mozambique, Namibia, New Zealand, Nigeria, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, Rwanda. That's and Rwanda is an interesting one. I'll come back to that. Saint Lucia, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Solomon Islands, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Saint Kitts, Nevis, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, Switzerland, Togo, Trinidad and Tobago, Uganda, United Republic of Tanzania and Zambia. Why did I read that out? Because no, they said they have a few other countries sprinkled in here, but it's majority black people they are recruiting to the army. But Rwanda, they're currently in the process of deporting thousands of Rwandans back to Rwanda. They they deported thousands of Jamaicans over the past 2 years. Them said thousands. They have been deporting back to Jamaica. People who have been living there for 10, 30, 40 years, they're sending back home. Nigerians deported. They deported they deported a lot of Africans back to Africa. So why is it now you're coming up with this recruitment for Commonwealth citizens, which mean all their former colonies and still colonies, they are you telling them to come and join the British Army. And this is what they're offering. According to them, they're offering to the citizens to learn in the army. Applicants applicants are specifically invited for the roles of musician, royal electrician. What the hell is a royal electrician? If you're an electrician, you're an electrician. There's no royal electrician, as if royal supposed to make it any more important. And the roles of royal music electrician, mechanical engineer, royal engineers, technician, tradesman, and paratroopers. So they're trying to fancy up these things by adding royal to it. That doesn't mean crap for royal engineers and royalists. He's an engineer. There's no a diploma when I say royal engineer. You're an engineer. Anyway, my idea and my thoughts on this why they're recruiting black people because they don't want to send their own citizens to any kind of flare up that's happening. Because there's all kind of flares happening all over the world. Ukraine war, that's going on, and they're talking about putting boots on the ground in Ukraine, which is a bad idea. But who do you think they're gonna send? Because their citizens are not gonna go. Born English people, white people, will not take part in this war. Hence the reason why they're trying to recruit the blacks to send them off to die for them. Mind you, they have been deporting black people for years now. But how is it now you want to call on them same people you're deporting? I think the age group is something like 15 to 13 to 29 or something. I think. But anyway, but listen to this video, quick short video where how they treated a black woman in the British Army. Take a quick
And I
listen.
remember one day they took a photo of me just standing at that desk, looking slightly broken, just having to sort out that rubbish before I can use my desk. They'd have Django Unchained playing. They would repeat the most, say, racist lines, and then they'd chuckle. They spoke outright in the office about lynching me simply because I'd put in a complaint, and it was suggested for me to be tar and feathered.
So there you have it. Did you hear what he said, right? The English they're trying to paint this picture that they are the ones who ended slavery and they are are the most and not people that goes against the race. But yet they are talking about tarring and feathering a black person, lynching a black person, and making jokes about we all know the movie The Jungle. If you haven't seen it, you would know what I mean. But it's they had a plantation where they have a black man who was ruling all the other slaves, and he was brutal. And it's a brutal movie. You can go and check it out, The Jungle. But anyway, for those who watch it, we know what happened in that video, and we know what was said. I don't want to repeat it. So for them to be using those said words towards her shows you. And she is the face of the recruitment poster they put up. This young lady, that's the face they was using to recruit new people to the army, black people. So you see, they only want to use us when it's necessary and when it's convenient for them. Otherwise, they have been telling them, "Oh, go back to where you come from, go back to Africa, and go back to where you're from. Man. You don't belong here. You're not British. You're not white. All these things." But yet now, you're opening up the army to these same people who you just accosted as um illegals. Go back to your dirty countries. Go you are monkeys. They call us monkeys. They call us animals. They say all kind of things. And the British media hide it, especially the BBC. The BBC does not show. You won't see anything like this on the BBC when they see the accost or showcase. Anytime you see they have a prejudice against a group. They hide those things. But it's prevalent in the country because there's a lot of videos on these things as to how they have been treated in England. As if and they act again as if they are the world's most accepting nation, which is far from the truth. None of these European countries or Western countries don't like us. Not even one bit. Pick the country, you have videos and proof and evidence of what they have done to black people. Present day. I'm not talking about back then. I'm talking about present day now, how they treat us currently. So it amazes me how they want to use our young people from the ages of 15 to 29 or 39. Either 29, 39, one of them, to recruit them into the army. For what? Or is there some planned invasion that we don't know about that they're trying to get up all the blacks to send them off to die for them? Because I know their citizens, their white citizens, are not going to any war. They're gonna protest against it, but they're gonna promise you citizenship for your service. But how can I enjoy that citizenship if you die, if you pass away when you go to war? Because they're gonna put you on the front lines. As a black man, you're going on the front lines, and that's what they're hoping. And then they're gonna send their people now in the background to to finish up whatever they were trying to do. But heed my warning. No Caribbean country or Africans should join this British army. I'm sorry to say, but they are not inviting us for any good intentions or for because of the goodness of their heart. They are now appealing to us because they want to use us. And everybody does this. You appeal to us when they want us, and when they finish with us, they discard us. This happened throughout history, and we should learn from our history and stop giving these people the attention and the power they seek from us when they want it. This is a bait and switch situation. You think you're going to go in the army and they're going to teach you musician, or they're going to teach you, they're going to teach you electrical engineering or all of this? No. When you're reaching out, they're going to switch it up on you because you don't sign a contract for a 3 year or 5 year spin tour. What are you think they're going to do? They can tell anything before you go in the army, but you say when you're actually there, that's when your foot hit the ground. You're going to know what's what, not from outside. And they're going to hide it, and they're going to make sure you court martial if you try to give out any information, and lock you up for a couple of years until they're ready to release you after they use us up. And they are using to try to use us as test subjects too, test subject as well. A lot of army in the world, in the West, use black people as test subjects. Guaranteed. You see, and this is documented. I'm not talking about this by just saying it. It's documented where they use black people as test subjects. Anyway, let me know what you think about this recruitment of African countries and Caribbean countries, the former colonies and some colonies still trying to recruit us after they done deport us and run us out of the country. Now they try to recruit us to come back, join the army, to go and die for which country? Not for theirs. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Boom.